coming in here.
Absolutely. They might have been able to sense that the pressure is getting to the a bit and keep it up.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if that kind of high pressure is the same way on defense as it did on
Yeah,
at least in the
well,
early
looking
parts of the
into the
game.
stacks here, it looks like Team Mug has mostly expected an A play here. So instead, stacked up on A rather than B here is going to possibly pose a little bit of a problem. But the flank coming around long already. Can we get a look at this flank on long here? Issa's already
Spike
gotten
down
one,
B.
but he gets traded back out. Spike is dropped but recovered immediately, and Quiz is going for yet another backstab off of that play. So already it feels like they're just going for it.
Teleport's ready.
And Quiz actually spots it. So they know 100% that this rotate is coming in now, and Brosicle is going to manage to get one more. A Molly coming out from Wavy, and we've talked about Wavy before so many times. Leave him on a site. How many is he good for? He's getting wrapped around on showers, but surely he'll hear it. However, he has to focus on these players on the site. First he comes in, he gets one, but immediately traded back by Void, and so now Plant is going to go down. Quiz and, well, looks like Quiz on his own possibly, as it looks like Nair is AFK, so we might have to look into
Player
that.
standing.
And yeah, Quiz is taken out. Might have to go into a tech pause possibly here for Nair. Oh, nope, he seems like he's back, going to the wrong side. Oh, and he's gone again. All right. This is, I'm not sure, I'm not quite sure what's going on. Is he just choosing to save? Nope, he's wrapping back around. Okay, he wants to get rid of his gun. All right. He does not want to save here. What a interesting start to the match, certainly. If there's one thing that's predictable about these teams, is that there is no predictability to these teams, right?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, well, hopefully for Lotus 8, this is the turnaround that they needed. First round going their way, although, albeit a little bit, it could be argued whether or not that's the cleanest way to win a round, right? Unfortunately, a player down for Team Mug, but they seem to be having fun with it. No ill will, it seems, so they're down to just hop right back into it, as we're getting some early engagements here, and Quiz is gonna lose to Brosickles early on. And Void posted up inside of the market right now, just gonna also try and find a little bit of damage here. Seems like no full-blown commitment has been made, but it looks like it's going to be a commitment onto the A site here. Understandable. Swass, interestingly enough, forfeiting the orb. I'm a little bit surprised by that, not going to lie. I feel like on these eco rounds, you know, getting an orb, it's a nice little boost, but unfortunately he's going to fall to Azu immediately. Now, call me
Last player standing.
never mind. I was gonna say call me unrealistic, but Issa was really strong last map, and oh no, he goes for the knife and he does not get it. Ricky turning around. When it was a 2v5, I was thinking maybe Issa was gonna hit some insane shots, but no, nothing able to be found.
Unfortunately, though, I will say Lotus 8 hasn't. If a team could win on 4 people, it would have been Team. Even with the AFK. Lotus
right, now
8 seems to be.
Yeah, and now hopping right back into the full buy for Team Mug here. All rifles are able to be purchased off. A little bit of light armor, but that's not usually too much of an issue. So we'll see if that comes back to bite them, though, against this bonus round for Lotus 8. And if Lotus 8 gets this bonus round, that'll set a great tone for them. They really struggled on Ascent. Let's not beat around the bush. So if they're able to secure a bonus round here, that'll do wonders for their mental. And, well, Ricky's going to get the first one with Swass. Swass continuing to struggle this game for this set, but not able to find any more. Void actually gets one, and so does Brosicle. So now this is a 2v4 retake, most likely, for Wavy and Issa, the two heroes of last game, and they looks like they're going for it. Yeah, it looks like they are... No, Wavy
Last
seems like he's
player
going for a save.
standing.
Issa wanted to go for something a little crazy, but Wavy, holding his nerve, he's just going to decide to save.
Yeah, I mean, Wavy's in a bit of a rough position right now, though. I think saving is probably a good idea.
Yeah, not much armor or health. A decent amount of health, but not much armor to work with, so he's just going to decide to keep his gun, which isn't ideal, but they don't really have the money to go for this right now. And, well, speaking of the money, Bank is going to be looking pretty good for Lotus 8 here, as they've just won their bonus round. And also managed to upgrade to a couple of rifles, it looks like. Ricky and Brosicle both managing to pick up Vandals. And Void keeping the Bulldog as well. So this is a very strong buy.
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, Lotus 8 has impressed me with 3 back-to-back victories. Seems like they have showing no signs of slowing down on their offense either. Part of me is wondering where this kind of style of play from Lotus 8 was last game, but I guess we did see it a bit near the end.
Yeah, perhaps just taking a little bit of time to warm up, you know. But Swass, he's I mean, I guess he's feeling warm. He's been struggling a little bit in this set so far, but he has not been deterred, and, well, he's going to find Brosi. Traded back, but damage is done, as it's also going to be an ult from Issa. I think that's that's going to be to recover the rifle. So now 2 rifles, and they're in the hands of who other than Issa and Wavy. Quiz is actually going to get 2. He doesn't need a rifle. He just needs the headhunter. And he finds 2, putting it into a 2v4 situation. Azu is going to find Wavy, but Sight is not fully in their control. Issa still lurking in, is going to find 1. It's all up to Ricky. 1v2 fully flashed up, and he's got to find Quiz and Issa. It does not seem like he's aware of Issa wrapping around him, but Quiz is consistent as ever and able to find him at 3k on the round. I really wish we could have caught those 2 headhunter shots.
Yeah, that would have been nice to see. Now, Ricky's doing pretty good in terms of scoreboard at this point. 7-1 is not anything this fat. I'm kind of surprised to see Quist, I mean, I guess he's tied with Issa, but topping Team Mug's scoreboard right now. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, Quist wasn't really doing poorly on Ascent at all. He just wasn't needed as much as other players, and now that he's on a chamber, he's probably able to stretch his legs a little more, but Swass is still grounded, not able to move his legs very much, as he's just continuously put down. Brosicle gonna get the opening pick on to Swass here, and now man advantage is held by... Oh wow, Lotus 8 securing even more of an advantage. We were talking about Ricky earlier. He's really bringing up the top of the scoreboard for Lotus 8 here, and Void chiming in as well. It's just been all around good play from the whole team.
Spike planted.
It's now up to Nair and Quiz.
1 enemy remaining.
Quiz shut down as well, so it's all down to Nair, and it looks like he's just going to go for a save as well. Which feels very weird. Feels very weird that we're saying that Team Mug is going for saves multiple times now compared to how last match was.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the entire change dynamic. It's not completely unpredictable. Okay. It's still surprising, nonetheless.
Certainly, and as we close out this round, we're actually going to get the results from our other matches in the lower bracket. Kuki has taken down Imperium 2-0 and has secured their number 3 seed position, whereas Imperium is bringing up number 4. And obviously, this match is to decide the number 1 and number 2 seeds. So, well, I guess we are able to just fully focus on how this one is going to play out. And watch how it's going to play out. We will. Brosicle has been great for the opening picks. He's not getting a ton of kills in every round, but it feels like he's consistently getting the opening picks of rounds.
They found my trap.
Issa a little bit of a slower start than he did have last
Cutting
game,
through.
but doesn't seem very deterred. He's going to start toying with Brosicle. I don't know if I would do that personally, as Brosicle is on one. He has found another shot. Is now securing more and more of this site. As the Void is also going to satchel up to try and assist on this entry, and Smokes are just going to allow for the plant. Viper's Pit coming in, and now this is looking like a very unlikely retake for Team Mug. Completely stifled so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting to see Team Mug put in a bit of a defensive.
That's 3.
Brosicle seeing the barrel peek through just a little bit. He's gonna
One
get
enemy
free.
remaining.
Not able to get the
Flawless.
ace as Void and Ricky are going to round out the rest of the kills for this round. There's now 5-1 lead here for Lotus 8. Punch him in the face and they spit back blood, to quote Brimstone.
It's a very good way of putting it.
Certainly, it's looking pretty good for Lotus 8 here. They've seemed to have really tied themselves together here. We mentioned earlier that they weren't messing around as much as they were in Agent Pick, and well, they're certainly not messing around in the actual match. The economy booming, the players hitting their shots, ults are coming up soon. This is looking really, really good for their attacking half.
Satchel out.
It absolutely is, and it'll be interesting to see if they can maintain this into them playing defense, but given what I've seen, I see no reason why.
Yeah, but
Spike
this is a
down
massive
A.
swing round here, and Issa's going to find 2 on the site. It's now a 2v4,
Fake
as we missed a
teleport.
little bit of action there, but
Last
not too
player
much,
standing.
as Wavy gets Brosicle as well, and it's going to come down to Azu. Azu gets 1. Is he good for 2 more? He has to find them, and no, he will not. Nair shuts it down, and finally a round from Team Mug here. Off the back of a double kill from Issa there, so it seems as though they're still pretty reliant on their star players.
It absolutely does. Although I'll be honest, Wavy's been surprising me. Seeing
Yeah.
the same kind of action from him that I've seen in previous. So
Yeah, it just hasn't seemed to be able to get a foothold in this match so far, which is not something you say about a player of the caliber of Wavy
You want to play?
very often,
Let's
but
play.
he does have his orbital strike now, so possibly looking to use that. Economy still looking very comfortable for Lotus 8, as they're also going to pop the Tour de Force from Chamber. So Brosicle is set up with an op here, and he's actually going to find Nair on a quick little peek out. And this is looking pretty good for a possible B site take, as
I've
Team
got your
Mug
trail.
still has a lot anchored down on A. Issa set to contest with Brosicle. He spots him, but I don't know if he's going to go for a repeat here. Sends out a clone, but it gets stuck on the wall, so nothing off of that. Quiz does manage to secure 1 kill, it looks, on the A site, and ironically, it seems as though despite losing a player there, it's going to be a full rotate onto the A site, which has been read well from Team Mug. Quick rotate coming out. Brosicle hitting a beautiful shot out of heaven on Issa. So it's now a 3v4. Swass has to go big, but he's orbital strike out of this round. Quizmet finds 1. Wavy on the side gets 1, gets 2, gets 3! Oh my god, the spray transfer on the second and cleaning up the third. Wavy showing up. He heard us saying bad things, and he said, "Oh, I'll show you a
Absolutely.
foothold."
and he did the Wavy special, which was just clean eliminations at the end of the round. I mean, I love to see it after watching this player for a couple of days. It's crazy what he can pull off when under pressure, and I think we just saw him under pressure.
Yeah, it seems like the more you put on his shoulders, the stronger he gets. And, I mean, right there, his team is down. It's a frantic round, and they're rotating. He is the anchor. He is the foundation of their team, it feels like. Swass continuing to have a rough day today as Brosicle continues his streak of success on opening picks. But we'll see how it stands up against the late round, as that's where we found a lot of strength in the hands of Team Mug. But Brosicle is just continuing his reign of terror here. 12-4 And he's gonna pretty much single-handedly open up
Time to
this
jump.
round. Issa, though, on a quick rotate due to his teleport, most likely why he likes to pick up this Yoru for find as Ricky up. Wavy finds one, but traded back immediately by Ricky, so this is looking like a very rough round here for Team Mug. However, I don't know if they're ready for Issa.
Spike
Issa
planted.
doesn't
Last
even
player
expect
standing.
Brosicle, so Brosicle's on for 3. Possibly going to try and find 4, but it most likely
here.
not, as Nair is just running away. And once again, we see another save coming out here from Team Mug.
Right here.
It's been some fairly interesting plays so far. Do you think Team Mug has a chance to? I mean, I think they do, but do you think they have a chance to bring it back and potentially win this game and hence win their seat at LAN?
There's one thing I've learned about these two teams. It's that you can't predict anything. I'm not gonna say. I don't think I'm gonna be like, surely this doesn't happen, because clearly we don't know. These two teams,
We
they
have
just
no
seem
idea.
to just always be ready to go in for whatever fight they want to, it feels. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess so. How's Econ
Need a
looking
drop.
to you right now?
It's looking like a bit of a save from Team Mug, but still a fairly confident buy. We've got Issa with his ult and a rifle, as well as Nair almost on his ultimate as well. Void has a showstopper available, but if we learned anything yesterday, then that might not result in much of anything. So hopefully we'll see some success out of the race showstoppers today. Void peeking out of hookah. A little bit of body blocking going on, it seems, but nothing too severe. Void brought down to 75 HP earlier in the corridor by a shock dart. Also tagged by the recon, so this is just so far a game of utility. It comes down to whether or not they're going to clear Issa here in hell, really. Ultimate is popped by Void. Void doesn't get anything off of it, but the entries are made nonetheless off the space. Issa finds one, but it's immediately traded back. 3 kills going the way of Lotus 8, and now sight is secured.
Spike planted.
Wavy and Swass against the world here. Swass has been having a tough match so far in both maps. But Wavy, will we see heroics once again? The last time we saw him peeking out of CT, he got a triple kill on a spray transfer.
One enemy
Swass finds
remaining.
one, but Wavy's not able to find anything. Swass has Izu on one shot, but not able to find anything else, and it's going to be 7 rounds now for Lotus 8.
I mean, still good playing all around. A little bit disappointing to see Team Mug fumble the momentum there. That being said, we did have the potential for heroics from Wavy, like you said, and that's always fun to see. I feel like whenever the cam's on Wavy and there's a scenario, I'm just waiting for Wavy to go in. Clean house. So he always brings an aspect of pretty extreme excitement here, so...
I mean, that also can weigh on an opposing team, you know, when you know that that player is capable of those plays, you tend to respect it. But Swass has been shown very little respect as they're just swinging into him, but he's not showing any back. He peeks right out and headshots Brosicles, so Brosicle now has to play the rest of this round at 5 HP. So possibly gonna come back and contribute to the later round. It all depends on how the rest of this goes. We could be looking at a momentum shift or just a cementation of the lead that Lotus 8 holds here. Only time will tell. It's looking like most likely an A-hit as Contestion is going to be coming into U-Haul here soon. We've got Issa posted up along with Wavy, the dynamic duo, the terrifying team is going to find one. Wavy traded back by Issa, he's going to recover a rifle. And now, he also has ultimate, so I wonder if he's going to use that to try and get out. Tagged by his own teammates, Hunter's Fury, he's going to find Void, but traded back by Brosicles. And Quiz
30
died
seconds left.
from one tick of a molly.
Spike planted.
So it's down to Swass and Nair.
Last player
Both have been
standing.
struggling a little bit, and Brosicle, he doesn't know the meaning of the word struggle this game.
One enemy
So
remaining.
clean. Nair actually finds one, and we mentioned earlier that Brosicle has 5 HP, and that could be a huge contribution to the loss of this round, and it is! Nair's gonna find the wraparound on U-Haul. Brosicle was not at all aware of that, and I called it earlier. The 5 HP could make the big difference, and it does, and it did. An eco win here
Never give up.
for Team Mug.
Absolutely,
Last
and I
round
mean,
before the switch.
just a win for Team Mug in general. I mean, even ignoring the econ, I feel like they needed that to kind of really like bring themselves back into the game a little bit. I mean, we know what they're capable of, and we know how well they can perform under pressure, and I think we're starting to see a glimpse of that right now. That being said, I would not be surprised if this game went into the third game. Again, we've talked about it, we've joked about it, but third game overtime would not surprise me at all at this point.
You want to play? Let's
And
play.
I mean, I'm sure that our friend back at the desk, Zach, is very excited right now as there's 2 ops in play for this round. Granted, one is the Tour de Force from Brosicle, but an op nonetheless, as well as Quiz choosing to pick one up as well. So we shall see, and it's actually going to be the 2 ops contesting each other. It looks possibly at A short here. I'm interested to see who wins this. A lot of the times for these op battles comes down to who gets more EMC and who peeks first, and it's gonna be Brosicle peeking out first. Quiz is able to get that kill, pop his ult, Nair
Spike
contributes as
down,
well, but
B.
Azu trades back on Swass. Spike is dropped here in Hookah, so a quick rotate from Quiz, as it's gonna now also gonna be a quick rotate from Issa, and it's now a full hold on Hookah for this Spike. Quiz gets a beautiful shot through the wall on Azu. Void trading back Issa, but he's not ready for the positioning here of Nair, and it's just such a tense situation. Void on 1 shot, so I
One
don't
enemy
see much of a
remaining.
way back into this. Quiz takes out another 3 kills on the round. Shock Dart
30
most likely
seconds
taking out Void here. No, Quiz actually getting the kill before the Shock Dart pops, but Orbital Strike, Shock Dart, Tour de
Switching
Force,
sides.
no matter what he's dying, it doesn't matter what's in the feed.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Quist for that. That was pretty exceptional that round. Some great plays from him. And I feel like we weren't seeing that as much last game. Though, of course, still an extremely talented player, even from what we saw last game. But just excellent to see him kind of come into his element a little bit more and perform pretty exceptionally, topping his team's scoreboard. Do you think anything's going to change now that the sides have been switched?
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to hope that it's maybe just an attacker-sided game with attacker-sided teams, right? We've seen a lot of attacking rounds being put up. I believe a majority of the round wins have been the attacks. So it's all you can really hope for if you are Team Mug. Looks like Brosicle
down
doesn't
A.
particularly think. I think it's a Brosicle-sided map, not an attacker-sided map. He is traded back, but Ricky's gonna chime in as well and keep this man advantage up for Lotus 8. Azu still anchored on the site here, and we'll see if he's able to contribute anything, as no rotates have come out so far. And they seem to know this because they've had Ricky inside of market this whole time. So this is a significant slowdown to the round. It feels as though Team Mug's momentum has been
Revealing
sufficiently
area.
shut down this game. Void chiming in as well, getting one back in the A main. It looks like Swass contributing for 1. He's got to go for more, I feel, here. We need to see something from Swass, as he's the only one with decent HP. He also has a Sheriff here. Hit with the Snakebite Node, taken down to 53 HP, swung from multiple angles. He won't be able to do anything. And Lotus 8 just continues their dominance so far here on 5.
Yeah, this is truly some back to forth play like we haven't seen, or at least I haven't seen this tournament so far, and it's lovely to see it. That being said, I think Lotus 8 is really showing the best of their kind of play style today. They're playing very smart, but they're still playing fast, and it's interesting to see them balance those kind of 2 aspects out.
Valeno, been a pretty quiet player throughout this match. Just gonna start putting some resource towards B long, it seems, but Wavy, player we've been praising high this entire series. Gonna find the opening pick. Sloss, a player we've been critiquing this entire time, is gonna be traded back, dashing into the middle of the site. There's a Void on a Spectre here. Gonna possibly shut down the aggression here for Team Mug. Issa's pushed up in a pretty interesting position here, but I think he's been noted. Quist, though, speaking of pushed up in an interesting position, he's secured almost all of the B site, and off of that, they're going to be able to get the plant down. B site is notoriously hard to retake, so we're looking at an actual possible eco win here for Team Mug. Quist scrammed down to 40 HP on the long angle, not able to find anything, and still a massive weaponry advantage here for Lotus 8, as they're going to start flooding into the site. Strength in numbers, strength in guns. Quist, though, has a very strong gun in his hands. The Headhunter finding 2. Void finds 2 back, putting him on 3 kills for this round. Issa, with the backstab, is causing a lot of commotion, though. And this could be a big turnaround. Void gets the 4th, but not able to find anything else. And Nair trades it back and gets Azu. And it's going to be an eco win here for Team Mug. That's... wow.
It's impressive, and it's nice to see that happen very quickly. Nair, not necessarily a player that we've seen a lot of this game, though I will note, yesterday they played a pretty prominent role in their game against the Jets. So clearly that player is one with a lot of potential. One that happening.
Yeah, certainly. And, well, that's going to be a big shift in the momentum, as now looks as though full rifles except for just a judge on Swass. If you can't hit your shots with a rifle, pick up a judge and just rush U-Haul. That's my plan in ranked, as it's going to be a pretty simple steamroll from Team Mug into the site. Ricky getting 1, taking out Nair. A bit of an ill-advised play from Benissa there, peeking with his flash out into the smoke. And Ricky gets 1 more. Ricky gets a 3rd. He's got 20 HP, but 3 kills. And the heal coming in from the sky, he might be able to turn around this round here. Seems to be aware of Wavy's position as well. A little bit of spam coming in. This could be a round win, but the molly on the spike to stall the time, and time not even needed, as Wavy's going to shut down Ricky there. I'm a bit of a believer, but unfortunately Ricky wasn't able to fully perform.
A gift.
Not fully performed, but still some very impressive plays from Ricky there. I mean, used the smoke perfectly, and again, seemed to be predicting positions in a way that was incredibly talented on their part.
Yeah, I think this is more of what we sort of expected out of the map of Ascent. This has been very close, 8-7 right now, and both teams having a full buy. Brosickle's opting for the operator. Very interesting. He's only got light armor with it, but when you've got a gun that can one-shot as efficiently as the op, well,
Who's
you
next?
just need 1 HP a lot of the times. And, well, Issa's gonna just go into the middle of the long here through his ult, trying to make a commotion. Ricky does not care. It's just all the swings, all the fights coming out, a TP away from Ricky, just choosing to get out with his life. So it's only going to be 1 pick for 2, putting a disadvantageous position on Team Mug as they're going into this 3v5 or 3v4 post plant rather, make that a 2v4 as Azu holds his nerve and waits for the overextension from Quist. And beautiful read though from Issa here is going to find 1. Nair on the side can't take her down, so he's all on the hands of Issa. Just a classic in hand. He gets 2 surprisingly enough, but Void trades it back. So it's going to be another round here for Lotus 8. More of what we expected out of this team, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, it's undeniable that both these teams are pretty incredible. I mean, the skill level. I mean, I know you play ranked. And you said you competed against some Void, I think, earlier today.
Let's not use the word competed. I played against
Okay.
Void in 1 online match while he was warming up today. It wasn't much of a competition, all right? He is a way higher caliber player than I am.
All right.
And, I mean, he's been showing it. He's been
You
showing
want to
up when they
play?
need
Let's
him right
play.
now in this match. not top fragging, but a lot of impact frags, it feels. And, well, talking about impact, nobody has had more in this map than Brosickles. He's just been the consistent force that has been a struggle to get through. Swass, once again,
One
sending
enemy
it
remaining.
into U-Haul with a
Spike
judge.
down
Only
A.
going to get one. Azu chiming in with 2 on the Guardian. Crispy shots, I'm sure. And it's all up to Quiz. It seems to possibly save. He popped his tour de force here, so that is gone and lost unless he clutches this round. Flash actually goes past him while he's in the smoke here, so I don't know if they're fully aware of his positioning. He might be able to get a nice little lurk kill here, but no overextension here from Lotus 8. Lotus 8, like we said, is seem to shift their tone. They're playing a much more serious game now.
Yeah. But even with a serious game, they're playing more seriously than the last game. They're still having a hard time competing against a team like Team Mug.
Yeah, and Brosickle continuing to contribute in every round, it feels. Ricky also bringing up the top of the leaderboard currently. He's found a lot of anchor plays. A lot of the things we actually usually see out of Wavy has seemed to transfer on to Ricky's shoulders here, and he is more than willing to take it.
Yeah, and I mean, Wavy, he seems to be having a rough game in the context that it's
Yeah, certainly.
obviously stats against pro players that almost anyone else would be proud of, but
Get out of my way!
we've still seen that Wavy still absolutely has the ability to come back from that and perform his usual kind of stunts and hijinks, so to speak.
And it's certainly context that's key here. We know what Wavy is capable of, and that's why we put so much pressure onto him, because we know he can just be
Who's
this,
next?
you know, odds-defying player, but he just hasn't found anything. Quist finally gonna win a fight against Brosickle, it feels. It feels like it's been one-sided Brosickle the entire time. Issa finds a lot of intel off of the bolt here, and possibly looking to teleport back out, as he's only got a judge to hold this spot. Surely he'll teleport out now, but no, he actually just chooses to take the trade with Void. Swass, they are not ready for this this lurk, but he just misses all his shots. And Azu gets a free kill pretty much, only taking 1 knife to the back. And if you're Swass, dude, what a rough time he's been having.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Teleport's ready.
Last player standing.
Hellfire is coming into U-Haul. It's all up to just
One
a
enemy
lot of
remaining.
heroics out of him. Will we see some more? 2 clean headshots in CT is going to find him into a 1v1, but Ricky holds his nerve, is able to find the final kill of this round. That's going to put 11 on the board. An economy broken for Team Mug.
Yeah, it's going to certainly be difficult for Team Mug to come back from this in the time they need to prevent Lotus 8 from securing the W here. That being said, stranger things have happened, and these are 2 very high-level teams. I don't know. What are you kind of looking for the next few rounds?
Well, obviously we are not seeing Team Mug firing on all the cylinders that they had earlier, but I think we've also just seen a lot more refined play here from Lotus 8. I feel like they're playing up to the caliber that they are, and they've sort of slowed it down, and they've said, all right, if they're just going to be insanely aggressive and they're just going to do dumb stuff, we're just going to shut it down. We're gonna play our game and just do our own thing, right? And, well, Wavy finds Azu, but Void trades it back. The trades in this game have been pretty clean, and Issa and Swass are actually going to contribute 2 more onto the site, putting us into a 2v4
Spike
retake.
planted.
Make that a
Last
1v4
player
retake,
standing.
as the last player alive, Moreno, is going to lose to Swass as well. Swass finally having a high-impact round, possibly what he needs to turn this around for himself.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 11-8, there have been worse scoreboards, and Lotus 8, I wouldn't hesitate to say almost came back, did perform similarly to what Team Mug's doing last game. I mean, I think next game will be the decider, but at this point, it really could be anyone's game, or anyone's best of 3, I should say. I'm excited to see both these teams perform at LAN now. I'm more excited than I was even before seeing this extreme and amazing to watch how they play.
Certainly, this LAN is going to be very entertaining here, but is now a save round forced onto Team Lotus 8, but doesn't seem to bother them. Viper's Pit is going to find a kill alongside the Judge, and Brosicle has been a little bit cold for these last few rounds, but his tour de force is up, and when that is up, it feels like he's always just got the confidence to go for whatever he wants, it feels.
Plant a spike.
It's now a 3v5 as Issa's posted up inside of showers here. I wonder if he's going to check for Void, or if Void is in enough of a off position that Issa's not going to consider it. He seems to know somebody is here in this corner. Flash out, he does check the corner, but takes a good chunk of damage from the Sheriff first, and whittle down even more from the decay. The Snake Bite is going to finish him off as he has 1 HP, and the Judge is going to finish it off on Nair as well, and it is match point, a thrifty round to help Lotus get to this possible map win.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty exceptional to watch, and congratulations to Lotus. I mean, they managed 4 of their agents in a kind of high-pressure situation like that. It was a little void conflict that was happening there. I mean, that doorway, great positioning. I mean, I'm impressed that he checked on. That was a very mind.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we mentioned earlier that we wouldn't mind a full 3 map up there from these teams, and it looks like they might be performing on that. Valeno spotting out towards B long, but Brosicle has been lost. A big player for this match has been possible to both sides, and perhaps this is what Team Mug needs to turn this around and possibly mount this comeback into overtime is what they're going to need. Spike going down. It's a 4v5 retake here from Lotus 8. I wonder how this is going to go. So far, the retakes have been very inconsistent, it feels, but Valeno's going to get the first kill. So that's going to set it up well. Valeno gets a second, but Iso gets 2 right back, and Wavy contributing as well. These 2 players who we've been waiting to see more from finally putting in work. Issa and Wavy cleaning up the rest of Lotus 8, and that is a 9th round. 3 more needed to push this to overtime.
3 more needed, but I think after seeing that, 3 more absolutely possible. I mean, it was kind of crazy. It was like they all snapped into action for that round. As you said, Wavy kind of back in the game a little bit. Issa performing amazing as always, and Wiss, I'm obviously a great player, but a bit surprised to see him topping the scoreboard. I know he died that round, but still doing pretty excellent.
They got the opening pick, I believe, and then it was Wavy and Issa able to just clean up the rest, and that's what we need to be seeing here from Team Mug. We just, that trinity of Quiz, Issa, and Wavy, if those are able to be firing, it's just so well, but speaking of not firing, Swass is going to be lost, and Quiz as well taken out with him. It's going to have to be heroics, and Issa's looking to step up to the plate. He gets 1 onto Void, a player who's been struggling consistently throughout this game to stay above water. And Ricky spotted out by the ultimate. Issa getting so much information, but the information won't matter if they can't get through onto the site. Issa tossing out a clone, getting 1 more under health. Issa gets a trade, but Valeno is on for his 2nd in the round, I believe, and it's a 1v3. Brosicle pinching in from the other side of Puka, wall put up in his face, and I don't think there's a way out of this. Issa is taken out, and we are going to map 3. Lotus 8 taking Bind.
This should be very interesting. I mean,